I'm thrilled to have Misha here. Sometimes things go really well when you're just making crap up, and sometimes they almost go horribly wrong. And I did not know that Misha was going to be right there on the stairs. And almost...
I saw the look on your face. You're like, because the way things work around here, you guys may not know that, but Rich will come backstage. He's like, guys, come here. I got a little bit. You go up there, you do the thing, and then I'm going to come out and I'm going to do the thing, and then we're going to... And they'll love it. I think they'll love it. So... You could tell when he went backstage just now that he had a little bit planned. And he opened the curtain and he found me standing 6 inches from his penis. And he was like, this is not the bit, this is not my plan. I wasn't expecting you here.
And I had to back up fast. I'm telling you, that train was going downhill. And I'm like, I almost said, where's Misha? Under my foot. We almost made out. Again,
those were shrieks of horror that they were.
You're scaring them, Rich.
I'm not going to waste anybody's time, but to say simply, ladies and gentlemen, Misha Collins.
I've never done a promposal. That's a clever twist before, so I'm just gonna wing it. Also, clever double entendre there. I'm not Dean, but will you go to prom with me? There's no RSVP information here, so I don't know how to get in touch with you. What's that? The date's on the back. May 13, 2016. Great. That's a good start in terms of logistics. There are other factors that we should talk about at some point. Like where?
Well, I was thinking you'd have to say yes first.
Ah, I see. So, she's not telling me where until I agree to go. You drive a hard bargain, young woman. How does that mean that you're 16 or 17 years old?
18.
You're 18. Really? Everyone's like, ah, she's legal. This is a disgusting crowd. I didn't realize how lascivious you were until just now. Holy shit, it's a big crowd too. Oh my God! This is terrifying! There are thousands of people in this room. By show of hands, how many of you are from Florida? And how many of you are foreigners, outsiders, not from Florida? Respectable showing. But a significant portion of those are from Georgia, right? Yes. Okay. What? I don't speak that language. I'm sorry, I don't know. And how many of you are from Ecuador? One. Yes. I love the Ecuador shout out. Are you really from Ecuador? Or did you just, you're not from, you're from Peru? That's not Ecuador. Same continent, but wait, there is someone from Ecuador? Oh, she's jumping quite high. Oh, okay, I believe you. Based on enthusiasm alone, I take you as an Ecuadorian. Glad you made it.
Never say yes or no.
I haven't yet, I'm still thinking about it. Cut me a little slack, all right? Are you asking anyone else to the prom? Just me? Oh, that's so much pressure. Can we work this out a little bit. If I say, this is totally hypothetical and probably won't happen, but if I, for some reason, said no, would you then have somebody else that you would ask after that, or is this it? Like,
No, nobody loves me. It's okay.
I feel a lot of pressure right now, and I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know why I feel that. You're not playing like that super. I would always imagine doing like the super casual thing about a prom, like a promposal. I'd be like, hey, you know, I just realized prom's next week, and I was like, not gonna go, and then I realized, hey, maybe you're going. Do you want to go with me? Maybe we could like share an Uber. That's how I would probably approach it. But you've got a different approach.
Well, I think he was signing, but then I was like, there's probably not enough time, so I'll just scream at him.
Great. No, this is good. It's public. It's almost like on a jumbotron. I always worry about that for those guys at the stadiums. They're like, hey, you know, Lucy, will you marry me? And she's like, oh. They always say yes, but that's got to happen every once in a while. Oh, no, we're just friends. No. No, but I think that we have prospects here. Yeah, what geographic region do you live in?
Miami.
Miami is not a geographic region, that's a city. Okay, so great. So as far as continental US, as far as you can get away from where I live. Perfect. Does your father own a private jet? No, so that's sort of a strike against you. I'm still working on it though, still thinking it over. Thank you for the invitation. I love that the crowd is like getting angry. It's like, say yes, you asshole! Go to the fucking prom with her, you prick! Jesus. How hard is it? Nobody loves her, man. How can you do this to her? I'm thinking about it. I'm feeling really guilty right now, so it might work. How are you? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear her?
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, Misha.
Hi, how are you?
I would like to know, what is the worst prank that Jetson and Jared have ever pulled on you?
That's so hard to pick. I don't know. So I don't know. You guys have a lot. How many people are first timers here? Okay. So you guys haven't met Jared and Jensen yet. I'm sure a lot of you will be here tomorrow, and you'll get to meet them, and you'll see that they're horrible human beings. But the worst things that they've done to me, God, it's so hard to choose. There's so many to pick from. Because they're bad in different ways, the things that they've done to me. Like, you could say, oh, well, you know, the time that Jared put, you know, fish under the seat of my car and left it there. That's bad, because that ruins your car, right? And it smells terrible. Or you could say the time that Jared pied me in the face in front of the whole crew. And then Jensen waited until I changed my clothes and got cleaned up and then did it to me again. Or you could say, I actually think that I actually have an answer, I think. I think that the worst time was we were shooting and we were just it was one of those days where Jared and Jensen were just messing with me to no end when we were shooting. So they were trying to make me laugh, which is very, very easy to do. If I'm not supposed to be laughing, I can pretty much not help myself, and I will laugh. Like, for instance, in my 6th grade teacher's funeral. It was awful. It was truly awful. What? How would you laugh at that? Yeah, what kind of a human being, a horrible human being would do that? I don't know. Somebody who's really, really awful inside. And that, if I'm not supposed to laugh, I just can't help it, and I start laughing.
I feel
And
you.
yeah, oh man, well maybe we should go to prom together then. So while you're filming, it's considered extremely unprofessional it's called crack, to laugh while you're on camera, when it's not appropriate for the material. And it's never appropriate on Supernatural, because cast doesn't even smile, let alone laugh. So I laugh a lot, and I laugh easily, and it doesn't take much, and they know that, and so they were just making my life kind of miserable one day, and they wouldn't stop, and I was laughing and laughing and laughing. There's a little outtake, it's on the gag reel, where I say something about if they had told me that this is what it was going to be like in drama school, and then Jared and Jensen jump in the front of the camera, and they're like, "Oh, you went to drama school." Anyway, it was so bad. So we were shooting on location that day. There were people who drove over from the offices at the studio, which is about 10 miles away. They heard what was happening on set, and they drove over just to watch. They're like, "Guys, you gotta get over here. It's happening." I think Misha's having a nervous breakdown. You gotta come over and watch. Some people just came over and watched and sat behind the monitors and watched me just unravel. And the next day, just to give you an indication of how bad it got, the next day, Jensen came up to me and apologized. Which is pretty ridiculous. It was pretty good. So yeah, there's been a lot. It's been pretty traumatic. I'm in counseling right now, so I think that I'm gonna work through a lot of it eventually. And if not, there's always future lives. Yep, thank you. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, you're amazing. I have two questions. It's like a two-parter. If you were to be any other character on the show, Supernatural, what would you be?
The Impala.
And if you were to be any other creature on the show, what would you be?
Jared Padalecki, Sam Winchester.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, I'm totally fangirling out right now. So my question is, over 11 seasons, there's hundreds of years of lore and history and everything. Do you guys, as the actors, ever notice inconsistencies and point them out or argue with them, or don't you even care?
No.
No? Really? Nothing?
Nope, there's never been any inconsistencies on the show.
Never.
Nope.
Okay.
Sometimes people watching the show think they've seen something that's inconsistent, or that doesn't line up, or that doesn't, quite accurately reflect what has already happened earlier on the show in another episode, and then it turns out that person is wrong.
Well, then I'm wrong then, I apologize.
Well, did you say that are you suggesting that you've seen some sort of inconsistency?
Never.
I'm sorry,
Never.
hold on one second. Are we talking about the same thing, Supernatural? The show Supernatural?
What?
Are we talking about Supernatural or Star Trek? Because if it's Star Trek, I get it. So you are... I feel like there's some innuendo here coming from you that I actually don't really appreciate. It's suggesting that there's some kind of inconsistencies appearing in the show. Yeah, the narrative.
If there were.
Yes.
Do you guys ever point it out or argue about it? Or
No, that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even hypothetically? No.
Nope.
Well, thank you for your answer then. I appreciate it.
I mean, we do occasionally have little conversations like, okay, so in this scene, you're gonna teleport out of here. And then I'll be like, okay, how do I teleport again? And then someone in the crew will say, you put your hand on the forehead and then you teleport. And somebody else will be like, no, I'm pretty sure it's you put your hand on your shoulder. And somebody else will say, no, I think you just stand next to them and then you teleport. And I'll be like, all right. Whichever one sounds most convincing is usually the one that I go with. There are times when we do have minor arguments about things, but there's definitely no inconsistency on the show for sure. Yep. I had a moment we were shooting a couple of episodes out of order last season,
which because of actors' availability, so that can get kind of confusing because we're shooting, you know, episode 19, and then the next episode we shoot is episode 18, and it's hard to sort of keep everything in your head. And there was this one scene where I was going to find Dean, and we had some tracking device. We'd been tracking Dean, but we had lost the tracking device if you were paying attention to the scripts. But we didn't really reference that, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go pick up Dean, but there was no way for me to know where Dean was. And I was like, guys, I think there's no way for me to know where Dean, how do I know where he is? Aren't we looking for him or something? And then everybody was like, Misha, like we're on set at that point. It was Friday night, everyone was tired, everybody wanted to go home. And literally everyone was like, just shut the fuck up and shoot the scene. Just, who cares? Just shoot the scene and we can go home. And then later I went in for what's called ADR, which is looping, which is when you have to record, like if a plane flies over while you're saying your dialogue and you hear a plane engine there, then you have to record a little portion of your dialogue over again or something like that. And I had to go into ADR and add a line like, I'm gonna go pick up Dean because I found the tracking device again, or something. I had to like justify it with some off-camera dialogue that made sense. So I felt vindicated, but nobody cared. Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you very much.
What inconsistencies? But before you walk away from that microphone, what inconsistencies do you think you have seen in the show?
None, Misha. Absolutely.
No,
none.
I want to hear. I want to know. I want to know.
No, I'm sorry.
You're not getting off that easily. What? Am I being mean? Is that what you said?
Exactly what you said.
It's so easy to understand you when you all scream at once. Has anyone noticed any inconsistency ever? What is it? What's your inconsistency? You just raised your hand. You, yeah. Yes. Because this woman at the microphone won't speak.
They're doing great.
The handprint? Where did the scar tissue on Dean go? He had cosmetic surgery. We shot that sequence, but cut it out because it wasn't imperative to the storyline. Any other inconsistencies that you think you've seen? Yes, sir. What have you seen? How did we get into the bunker door when it's supposed to be impervious to every type of entry? Well, how did what? How did the Steins get in there? The Steins got in there. How did they get into the bunker, you mean? They had an old set of keys. They don't talk about that, but there had been a duplicate set of keys made at some point that Sam lost, and then the Steins found the keys. And foolishly, Sam had labeled the keychain "Secret Bunker Keys," so they knew exactly what they were for. Any other problems that you think you might have? Yes, what?
Why didn't Charlie just climb out the window?
Why didn't she climb out the window to escape? Yeah, it seems like it would have been easy, but no, she couldn't because she was letting her nails dry at that point, and that would have... If you were paying attention to the storyline, you would have noticed that she was letting her nails dry in that scene, and so she couldn't climb out the window without... Okay, I think that I've pretty adequately proven that there aren't any inconsistencies. There are not inconsistencies. There definitely are occasionally audience members who aren't following the storyline carefully and miss salient clues. Yeah, it's okay. Go back and watch it again. You'll pick up the details. Hi.
First, I want to say that you're totally amazing, but...
Don't actually stop though.
I was wondering if you could do your best Crowley impersonation.
Hello, boys. There's an opportunity, a potential opportunity, and can't talk about it. No. There's a script that is in development right now, and I feel like there could potentially be the opportunity for. It isn't in the script. But I feel like they should put it in the script where Crowley somehow occupies Castiel's body briefly. And I'm thinking about sending a strongly worded email south to the writer saying, guys, please, wouldn't it be fun? And then I'd have to like record myself doing a little Crowley impersonation to prove that I can do a semblance of it. But that would be fun, wouldn't it?
That would
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually suggested for some time now, just as a sort of efficiency, money-saving device, that I play both the characters of Castiel and Crowley. They could cut an entire salary off the payroll.
Absolutely. I would be okay with that.
You know, so.
More screen time for you.
What's that?
More screen time for you.
More screen time, but, you know, more importantly, it would be cost savings for Warner Brothers.
Absolutely.
And would free Mark up to do other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys hear, did Matt talk about his new stuff?
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that. It's so awesome. So good. He has to learn like 50 pages of dialogue a day. That's insane. I can learn one line a week. If I work all week long. Hello, what would you like to talk about?
My question was, if Team Free Will participated in Gishwez, what kind of antics do you think they'd get up to?
What kind of antics would they get up to?
Yes.
Well, Team Free Will, so for those of you who don't know, Gishwez is a scavenger hunt that I run. What portion of this audience has never heard of it? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have had to have heard about Gishwez. But it's so much fun. I love putting it together. We just had a brainstorming session a couple of days ago with everybody that works on Gishwez, coming up with lots of nefarious ideas and ways to screw with people. But I think that Team Free Will would probably do fairly well. They'd be runners-up. They wouldn't be winners, but they'd be runners-up.
Would Cass use his transportation abilities to his advantage?
Well, if they had on their team Castiel before he lost his wings, they would be in great shape. Because having somebody on your team who can teleport is a major, major win. And then the team, but there's 15 people on a team, so the team would be filled out with like all kinds of other people, right? Like,
so would they add other people, like other characters from the show, or would it be random?
I don't know. I mean, it's your fantasy.
No, I mean, what do you think they would do?
Well, I think that I don't know how organized Sam and Dean and Cass are. Like, if they were like, hey, you don't really see them do a lot of stuff like that. Like, they're hey, you know, you guys, I was just online and I saw this thing that looks kind of fun. It's a week-long scavenger hunt. Dean? Cass, you guys want to do it? Like, we could be on a team together. And then, you know, Dean would be like, well, I don't know. It's a whole week. What do you have to do? And then Sam would be like, well, you know, there's some knitting and crocheting and stuff. And then Cass would be like, oh, well, I've got that down pat. We used to do a lot of macrame in heaven. I think that they would do well. They just have to round out the team with people I think who are a little bit better organized and maybe more on point. The other problem with those guys is that they're always like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the movies or something like that, and then somebody, you know, gets abducted by a werewolf, and then they go and they spend, you know, the whole week trying to hunt down a werewolf, and that could easily happen during Gishwez too, where they get distracted by some monster and not actually complete any of the tasks. So I don't know, it could go either way.
I mean, I've participated in it twice. I know stuff.
You participated in it twice?
Yes, I know stuff goes wrong.
Did you feel that you suffered?
I mean, I was better adjusted the second time than I was the first time.
What's that?
I was better adjusted to it the second time than I was the first time.
What happened to you the first time?
I was completely dead tired by the end of the week.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
Pretty much.
There should be support groups. Actually, now that I think about it.
But unfortunately, I won't be able to participate this year.
How come?
I've got other personal obligations
Personal obligations?
that involve college.
Evolved what?
Involved college.
College?
Yes.
Oh.
You know that's a thing that exists.
Why would you go to college when you could play a game? Get your priorities straight.
I'll have to consider that.
Did you just start college?
This is my first year, yes. Second semester.
When does it start?
It starts the week after that. But
Yeah,
I
that's
have to
what I
get
thought you were
prepared.
going to say. So you actually could do
No,
it.
but I have to get prepared.
That's okay. If you want to be a quitter, it's totally fine. No judgment here. Totally fine.
I can still donate.
Good luck with college. I hope you kick
Thank
it in
you.
the ass. Good luck. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Misha. I was the first year Gishwester last year.
Oh, really?
And I wanted to know what your favorite item was on the list.
What was your favorite item on the list last year?
I had a lot of fun painting Freddie Mercury riding a unicorn on the hood of a car. That was pretty
Wait,
interesting.
you playing Freddie Mercury and riding a unicorn?
I painted Freddie Mercury on riding a unicorn on the hood of a car. That was pretty interesting. First time for me.
Was it whose car was it that you painted?
A friend of ours.
Did they know that you were painting it?
She was on the team too. We had a blast. As long as it was washed off,
It did wash off?
It was like water filled.
Can I get your opinion on something? So a friend of mine, it's her birthday coming up, and we have a kind of group of friends. There's 5 or 6 of us, and we were thinking of getting our faces airbrushed on her car, really big, like in permanent paint. What do you think? Like if it's your, just put yourself in her shoes. It's your birthday. You come outside and you see your friends painted permanently on your car. You must be so psyched, right? So is that a yes? I should do it. Okay. Great. Thanks for your help. That'll happen. I love going through the submissions on Gishwas. There's just some unbelievable things. So the first scavenger hunt that I did was kind of just it was a lark. Like I didn't know what to do. I found myself painted into a corner where I had sort of promised people on Twitter that I was going to do something, and I didn't know what I was going to do. So I was like, "Well, go do a scavenger hunt. Those are fun." And people started sending the things in. They were submitting by email at that point. And they were so awesome. And I could see that people were having so much fun. And I was having so much fun watching I don't know what it was that I loved most. I mean, I loved seeing that people were creating this amazing art on the one hand. But I also loved that I was able to get people to do really humiliating things and take pictures. So I'm not sure what part of my brain was being most tantalized by the experience, but I just loved it. And I remember thinking, I was like, I feel like this is what I want to do when I grow up, run scavenger hunts. So I think I'm a child. I've learned that about myself. I love having the involvement of NASA for some reason. That has just been so cool. Like guys at NASA, like big shots at NASA are participating in the scavenger hunt. It was like the director of solar system exploration at NASA was on a team, and he had one of the items was take a thermo something. What was it? A infrared photo of yourself eating a popsicle. And so the director of solar system exploration at NASA is like, there's a photo of him like eating a popsicle in infrared. How many people can say they got somebody at NASA to do that? It's awesome. Anyway, thanks for asking. Good talk. Hi.
Hello, Misha. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm really good. Shannon from Miami.
Hi, Shannon from Miami.
Hi. So I'm a barista at Starbucks. Yes, and
excellent.
I would like to know what your drink would be.
I kind of go in for the iced green tea.
Iced green tea?
Yeah. But I ask for no water, so I get more caffeine.
I recommend for you a youthberry mixed with jade citrus mint. It would be great because when you talk, your voice, you always
Youthberry?
Youthberry and jade citrus mint.
Are you saying that I'm looking haggard and weathered?
No.
I didn't even know that those things existed.
Yes.
What is a youthberry a real thing?
Yes, it's a white tea and it's herbal and it's really good. And then you mix it with the mint and it's kind of like a cold buster, so it would be great because you talk such a deep voice, and it says it hurts your throat sometimes. So that would be.
Thank you for the recommendation. How long have you worked at Starbucks?
3 years.
Do you like it?
I do. I love it.
People seem to like working there, and you get good benefits too. Like you get free college or like $30,000 for,
yeah, you get
for
free tuition, really good health care, a free bag of coffee every week,
wow.
a free food item every day, and free coffee every day. So
really?
If you're working, yes.
So does that mean that that Starbucks employees are like really nervous all the time? Because it sounds like you're getting absolutely pumped full of caffeine around the clock.
Well, we need it because we wake up before the rest of the world.
Okay.
I wake up at 3:30 every morning to open the store at 5.
Okay.
And so yeah, we're pretty much the.
That pretty much sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, I wake up around the same time, but it's because somebody's just peed on me in my bed.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Sadly true. I have small children. I don't know. Do a lot of you guys wake up and urine a lot? Yeah, you do? You get it. Oh no, not my own. It's yeah. Hello.
Hi, Misha. I'm Kelly, and I wanted to let you know that I drove 850 miles to ask you primarily if you like memes. But my actual...
Whoa. Wait, where are you... Wait, so you're coming from somewhere in
Columbia,
the
Maryland.
Midwest? Maryland?
Yes.
Okay. That's 850 miles away?
850 from, well, we stopped in North Carolina, but my friend also is here. She's from Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
But our primary question was to ask you if you liked memes. But I have a better one.
Okay, well, memes. Yes, although I have to, with a small caveat, I don't totally know what they are.
I don't think anyone knows what memes are.
How do you define meme?
I don't actually have a definition.
I'm not making the same mistake Jetson made. We were at a convention in Italy, and Jensen was sweating, and he's like, dabbed his shirt like this, and all of a sudden it was like this blind flash of cameras as everyone was like, okay.
I have an actual question.
Okay, no, but let's talk about memes. So memes are like Grumpy Cat, right?
Grumpy Cat, Rare
that's a meme.
Pepes, Sure-Jan.
What?
Things like that. You haven't seen that? You have a meme? You need to spend more time on the internet.
I have a meme?
Meanwhile, Misha is just picking you doing weird things.
Wait, what?
I used to have like 30 of those on my phone.
Oh wait, how can I stop this from being true? What is...
You can't.
You're
There's
powerless.
no escape.
You're powerless over memes.
No, there's no control.
Put meanwhile, Misha.
Wait, people take pictures of me doing weird things?
Yeah. Pictures you post. Meanwhile, Misha.
That's bullshit. That's not a real thing.
It is real. Look it up. But I do have a serious question.
I feel really uncomfortable right now. Okay, but you are into memes, though, personally. Do you have a meme? Like, do people meme?
I'm not famous enough for memes.
How famous do you have to be to get a meme?
You're famous?
Do you, can you just cultivate a meme and try to get it to catch on?
People have done that.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, do you have examples of effective,
Someone help me.
Straight out of Compton.
Straight
What?
out of Compton.
I don't know what you're saying.
Straight out of Compton, things like that.
You have a meme? This is a meme of me. Misha, what are you going to do tomorrow night? Try to take over the world. Oh. All right, I'll be right back.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh my God. My God, woman, this is pure pornography on your phone. Wow. These photos I should not be seeing. Yeah. I'm scarred for life. Ah! There's another. That's horrifying. You have the definition of meme. Look at you, finger on the pulse of the American youth here. Meme, noun. It's a noun. It's an idea, belief, or belief system or pattern of behavior that spreads throughout a culture. That's completely indecipherable. I'm coming back. I would like to see the people in the back here. I got 91. I just felt for my wallet. Isn't that funny? I just felt for my wallet and it wasn't there, and I was like, there's somebody in this crowd pickpocketed me. Hi, guys. Hi. So, this is a meme. That's just question marks next to a guy's face. Got it. So, hi guys, how's it going back here? So this is what it sounds like back here. You basically just see a little stick figure up there, and then hear this voice booming at you. It's a strange experience, isn't it? Hi. Nice tattoos. Hello. There's another meme. Oh yeah, that's kind of nice. You have one too? Oh, hun? That's famous? There you go. Hi. Well, thank you for letting me come say hi to you guys. Hi. Oh, all right. Oh, no, because then I'll... hi. How are you? Good to see you. Wait, you don't watch Supernatural?
No.
So what a fucking bizarre experience this must be for you. Can you describe what it's like?
Well, I know my daughter's going to kill me because I'm talking to you and she isn't.
Other friends, just for those of you who aren't able to see what's going on here, other friends of this woman are backing away saying, I don't know her right now. Do they? Well, your children have great taste. And I'm sorry that they've dragged you into this strange cult. There's a seance and an initiation later on tonight. So if you come around 10 o'clock, we have a sort of a brief hazing that we do, and then we drink the blood of a lamb, and it's cool. You'll like it. Hi.
Meanwhile, Misha.
Oh my God. I smell kind of awful, so you probably don't want to hug me. Hi. Oh, hi. Wow. Jesus. Someone just showed me a photo of me grabbing a man's ass, but thank you guys for that little tour of my own meme. Thank you for bringing that into my consciousness, and I'll try to get that erased from my mind as soon as possible.
I told you it was a thing.
You weren't lying. You have another question, I understand.
I'm sorry, I'll make it quick. So we've seen Castiel in a bunch of different situations, like portraying different things from like Leviathan craze to boob to hey, ass butt, and things like that.
By the way, spot on impression.
Okay, it's my text tone.
Yep.
But I want to know which one of those was most fun to play for you.
Which of those was most fun to play? It was particularly gratifying to play God. I have other interesting things coming up, which I think will be, I'm curious to see how it's come out. We shot some stuff that could be truly horrific from a performance standpoint, or it could be cool, so you'll have to let me know. But I think that actually what we've just shot might be my favorite so far. I had a lot of fun with it.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Yep, thank you. I had a scene that I shot with Ruth, where that was fun. I did stuff that I wasn't expecting to do to Ruth in the scene that Ruth was also not expecting, that I don't even think will make it into the final cut. But I was like, I'm sorry, I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, great. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Lupe, and I did not travel 800 miles, so I feel a little inadequate right now.
Well, it's all right. You could just tonight go drive around for 7 or 8 hours.
I'll try.
Make up for it.
I'll try. Okay, so at the beginning of the show, they read us the rules and regulations to not say that we love you and to not ask for hugs.
Wait, I have never been here for that portion of the program.
They sang a song. And
talk about rules.
Okay,
so what are the rules and regulations?
Allegedly, don't say I love you.
Okay.
So I won't say I love you, Misha, and everybody else
Security?
won't say it either.
Get those people out of here. Okay, so you're not allowed to say I love you.
And you're not allowed to ask for hugs.
You're not allowed to ask for hugs?
Right, so you can't say, hey, can I have a hug?
Can I have a hug? Thank you so much. I love you. Okay, what are the other rules?
I don't know. I don't think they're that important.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I don't know.
No videotaping?
Videotaping. Right.
Well, that is one that a quick YouTube search will prove that everyone follows.
Well, after that, they followed it up with a little how to properly videotape so you don't, put...
How to discreetly videotape?
No.
How to break the rules and not get caught?
No, I think it was more like so that everybody on YouTube can enjoy it properly and not like kind of under your shoulder. Like, so landscape, I wasn't listening.
Do landscape. Don't videotape. It's against the rules. But if you are going to film it,
do a landscape.
Make sure you shoot in landscape. Get a good framing.
Yeah.
Put a little bit of space over the head and frame it up nicely.
I believe.
Don't shoot the back of the head of the person that's sitting right in front of you.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of maybe bring a tripod. I don't know. I saw
bring a tripod. Yeah, I saw people with tripods right there.
That would be a good one.
Okay.
I don't remember the other ones. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right.
Okay. So after all that, what is your favorite rule and or regulation to break, past, present, or future, or that you've ever broken, or that you will never break again?
That's a lot of questions.
You can pick one. I said or.
So, I am not a big fan of arbitrary rules, and my definition of arbitrary rules is probably broader than it should be. I consider a lot of things stupid that we all sign up for. Like, why do we have men's and women's bathrooms? Shouldn't we all just share one bathroom?
Yes.
Things like that. Like, where do we develop these rules and conventions that have absolutely no found these stupid museum rules? Like, you know what? Don't worry about it. If someone tells you not to do that, whatever. Just do it again when they're not looking. And yesterday we were having breakfast and my son climbed on the table, and at home we have a rule, and the rule is you don't climb on the fucking table while people are eating. And he said, why not? And I said, because your feet are, your dirty feet walking around. We're eating food. We don't want the dirt from your feet on the table in our food. That's unhealthy, it's gross. And he said, okay.
He took his shoes off.
And he went like this. And he picked up his feet, and he's like, so how about this? And I was like, no, we don't know. And he said, why not? And I said, just because it's a rule that we have in the house. And he said, well, it's a stupid rule, and I'm not going to follow it. So, anyway, it's a tough thing to work with, that attitude, I'm finding. I really don't like it. I wish that he would just follow my rules, whether they're arbitrary or not, and not ask questions. Project or something that I, was proud enough of that I was going to do it anyway. But I don't recommend that you break the law. Don't do it.
Anymore.
Not much more, unless it's a stupid law. It's funny that you bring this up because this past fall I shot a little teaser for a prospective pilot TV show that is about breaking the law. And the idea is just to go around, like there's all these arcane really, truly stupid laws on the books that nobody's ever bothered to take off the books because it's too much of a pain in the butt to change the law. So, like in Massachusetts, you know, men are not allowed to have hair that's more than shoulder length, things like that. It's on the books somewhere, you know. So my idea was, well, I could just go around and break all of these laws and film it and do it kind of flagrantly, like in front of a police officer.
Did you grow your hair out, or did you have a wig?
That would be a wig situation because it takes too much work to grow your hair out.
Extensions.
Anyway, you've touched on a nerve for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
What? 5 minutes. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you guys? I'm going to take a brief aside here and show off Rich and Rob's shirt. You guys see it? And I understand that if you have you guys all heard? Mapped out in my mental calendar. Yeah. Anyway, so if you get one of these shirts and support that campaign in the next like 12 or 13 hours or something like that, then you're gonna be in a drawing to be in a picture with me and Jared and Jensen. So it's almost like if you do that good thing, then you'll get punished potentially by having been crushed by me and Jared and Jensen. Sometimes we get rowdy in those photos, and somebody will say something like, "Give me the tightest hug possible," and I'm always like, "Oh, you don't want it," because Jared will just be like. Every once in a while, you hear just this me for a second, and then I figured it out. Wait, what'd you say?
I said you would be.
It's kind of too easy, that question.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. If you could be any version of Castiel.
That's right. That's right.
Well, they really don't like Billy Moran.
Sounds like you've been getting booed a lot this weekend.
Yeah.
Wow, tough crowd. Sorry, guys. Sorry. How's it going? How is backstage? How is the green room?
Awesome.
Good.
Keeping it. It's good.
What were you guys doing?
What were we doing? There was a lot of resting.
Wrestling?
No.
What have you been doing? Why are you so sweaty?
I don't know. I got hot. I think I must have gotten nervous at some point. Oh, I know what it was. This child asked me to go to her prom with her, and then the crowd started booing at me because I wasn't immediately agreeing to go. She lives in Miami. It's in May. I'm going to be out of the country. Like, I have a lot of reasons why this is not convenient for me.
I feel like
these guys are like, you should go to the prom.
I feel like Jacksonville is where all the boo-happy Floridians live. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a boo-happy crowd.
I feel like if they had rotten tomatoes, they'd be throwing them, you know.
Way to bring that up.
So can we put a pin in this? Can we see how things are going? Would you be okay with maybe finding a back?
Jimmy B just told me, come hug him after the panel. He really likes to be touched.
Jim, stand up.
Stand up, Jimmy. Give everybody away.
Turn around so they can see you.
There, Jim. Nice try, Jim. Hey, Jim, next time, pony up for a better seat. You know what I mean? You're in the show. Don't you know a guy? Okay, it's gonna listen, hypothetically, if the next question's a hypothetical.
Okay, if you could ask any question, what would it be?
Yeah.
What incarnation of Castiel would you be if you had to be any incarnation for a week? What would you do?
I would be incarnated as you, as Cass.
I don't know if
that saved my life. Thank you.
I don't know if that's an answer or just a lame.
Awesome.
We recently recorded a serial podcast. I don't know if you guys happen to find that. But this is really funny. So we recorded a serial podcast, which I thought was a very clever play on words. You know, cereal spelled with a C, right? And so it was just us having breakfast in the morning, starting with me waking Mason up or whatever, and going through breakfast. And it starts as mornings do. It started kind of like sweet and like, oh, I came across as sort of like a sensitive, attentive sister's cereal bowl, like put in the cereal. And I had no recollection of that at all. Like that was I was just like, that's breakfast, whatever. Didn't faze me at all. And I saw the pictures and I was like, oh my God, that happened, and I literally was taking the pictures and still didn't notice because it was so mundane. Like, that's just how it goes.
Wow.
Any given Sunday.
At Rich's house, he would have been making him do 50 push-ups.
You were a little bit like you have things under control in your home, don't you?
No, my house is it's like Phil Spector's wall of sound. It's like it's just nothing but noise and chaos.
Okay,
Are
well,
you kidding? I have 3 children.
All right.
It's mayhem in my home.
But you do have to crack the whip.
I crack the whip to no avail. I try.
It's fun to
I
watch.
put on a good show. I keep you in line. It works with, say, you.
That's true.
It's
You don't make them put on dresses.
Yeah. Exactly.
He had me dressed as Khaleesi last night.
It's absolute madness.
For the karaoke theme was Game of Tones. So Matt was hot as Jon Snow. So smoking hot.
Smart.
He was looking dapper as King Joffrey.
Yep.
And
obviously the mother of dragons.
Yes, in a wedding dress.
Did I answer your question?
Yes.
I did?
There's only one more. We're going to do the last question.
Okay, last question.
Bye, Misha. Love you.
Hi. I love you too. That's against the rules. Get out.
I didn't say it.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Good.
My name is Kat. And,
Hi, Kat.
I just wanted to say that my friends Daryl and Lorna, I really like your work along with myself. And I wanted to know, because there was an airplane story that Richard...
Thank you. Somebody asking a legitimate question. Thank you.
I wanted to know your take on the story.
My take on the story?
Yeah, like...
You gotta feed them
she's
well.
talking about.
The Australia, the
You be the judge.
All right. Yes, it's all true.
There you go.
It's all true. I also once on a plane farted so disgustingly that it made someone pass out. And we had to wait when the plane landed for medics to take him off the plane.
Twice.
So that's also true.
Twice, right?
He's not kidding.
Misha, twice, right?
Yeah, he fainted twice. The first time I was at the window. I didn't want to get up. It was a very full flight. And I thought if I just let a little bit go at a time, you know. But I guess whatever, because of the pressure differential or whatever, it was one of those situations where I didn't have full control over the valve. And it came out more forcefully than I had intended. And the guy who was sitting behind me fainted. And the flight attendants came with an oxygen tank, and they revived him, and his wife said, "I think somebody has some gas." And they said, "Ma'am, that's not possible. All of the fuel is stored in the wings of the plane. None of it is in the fuselage." I know fuselage sounds like fuel, but it's not. There's none stored here, so none of it could leak in here. And she let it go, and they went about their business. And then I fell asleep, and then I woke up because I was feeling some intestinal pressure. And again, perhaps foolishly, I thought I could get away with it. And he fainted again. And they administered oxygen again. And his girlfriend said, "Oh, somebody really has some gas." And again, they reiterated that there was no fuel stored in the fuselage. And then the woman sitting up on the other side of him, she was like brave enough to say what was on everybody's mind, which was, "Nuh-uh, somebody has to go to the bathroom." And then we had to, as if that wasn't embarrassing enough, we all had to wait on the plane for him to be taken off. And the whole time he was like, "This has never happened to me before. I'm perfectly healthy." But in his defense, it was pretty awful smelling. Even me, I had to admit, it was pretty bad.
The best story ever.
But we digress. Thank you guys. So, hey, by the way, ladies.
Excuse me, Misha, please, I have a question. Please.
Well, oh, she's crying. Your sister's crying? Ah, shit.
What'd you do?
Which one is your sister?
If the farm
and took a photo, and she was like saying that she loved you guys, and we were in the line, and the time is over. I'm sorry. And the question is, if you Casio could say any character who died, who character would you be?
Well, just because he's sitting right in the audience here, I'd have to say Bobby. Or Charlie. I'm glad you guys made the trip. Who've never seen Supernatural.
That makes perfect sense. You're in the right space. The Leibowitz Bar Mitzvah is too. All right, so I know you have autographs. You have some photographs, probably. I don't know what you have. I don't have your schedule. Why are you looking at me? But the point is, I know things are happening, and I know I'm involved in some of them. But more importantly, tonight, Saturday night special on this stage, Loud and Swain. They are selling their merch in the merch room. They will also be selling all their stuff tonight. They will sign it all for free after the show. We look forward to seeing you all. In the meantime, have a good autograph session.